Hi guys, I'm back with another laptop repair video. As you can see, we have an Asus Vivobook. The model number is N6506M. I think it's a very good kind of gaming laptop. Asus Vivobook Pro 15 OLED, NVIDIA GeForce RTX Intel Core Ultra 9. The power on button, if we press, nothing is happening. So I have a lot of info from the client. He said that the charging port is broken, is damaged. He provided me also with the charging port to be replaced, and also I have the original charger with the laptop. So while I was looking at it without the microscope, I think I saw something also with the charging cable. So yeah, let me bring the microscope. I would like to have a look under the microscope. I think there is an issue also with the charger. So let me switch to microscope. Okay, so as you can already see, the middle pin is bended. So we have the minus, we have the plus, and this is the charging ID pin. So with this one, the laptop will not charge at full specs, at full amps, and is going to show like an error message. So now the pin is centered. Okay, good. Let me switch back to top camera. Can I plug it? Yes, I can. Oh, sure. Plug the charger. What? All right. The charger is in. Multimeter. Let's check the charger. So we have the minus and we have the plus inside. And we have what? We have 20 volts. So the charger, it's okay. The middle pin, do we have a reading or not? Middle pin, minus 15 volts. Okay. Think it's okay. Minus 15. All right. For the middle pin. That's quite... I think it's a lot, right? Should be around a few volts only. So 20 volts. All right, good. Let's put the charger aside and let's have a look on the charging port. All right, so let me bring the microscope again and let's have a look. So microscope again. Let me bring already the tweezer. Okay, let me try to focus. Okay. All right, so we can see something. So here should be like a hole. Okay, we have what? This shouldn't be like that, huh? Okay. It's like a plastic thing broken inside. You see? So what is this? Okay. And the original, I mean, the replacement that I received is this one. Hopefully it's going to fit. If not, I need to search in my stock. You see? A big difference. Okay. Let's check the new charging port is compatible and is the same with this one, which is looks broken. Okay, good. I think we are pretty clear on the fault. Top camera. Yeah, the laptop is not powering on. I think due to the fact the laptop is not charging. Yeah, the battery went flat. Come on. The cables. They got stuck on my wheels. All right. So we have what? Torx. Okay. Torx. I think is this one. It's proved. Oh nope, it's too big. This one. I think is this one. All right. I was saying the laptop looks very nice, like a gaming entry laptop. Whoa, that's a big screw here. All right, just for me to remember. Let me use my magnetic tray as I have it and try to organize a little bit the screws this time. You never know what we are stumbling inside. Maybe different sizes, different type of screws. Okay, so in the middle we have the big screws. I mean, in the center line of the laptop we have long screws. Okay, so we reach the bottom. The bottom here will be the front of the laptop, actually. Magnets stay there. Okay, so let's see, we can fix this laptop or not today. I think it's metal. The back cover is in metal. Okay, let's puff the cover out. Yeah, something to pry this back cover. Okay, can we get in? From where? From here? I think, yeah. Okay. We need to reach inside. All right. any hidden screws here? Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe not, but I don't think so. Okay, a lot of cracks. That's perfectly normal. Okay, it's coming loose. Yay or nay? Let's insist on the left side here. Come on. Okay. I think we are getting there. Okay, so somehow it's stuck. Okay. Something is going on. How I can reach? Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, this out. This side is out. I think I should go slowly. Why? Okay. Good. Oh, this is nice, and it's like brand new, as you can see. No dust, no nothing. Whoa. Cool. So, what is our charging port? Is located right here. So in order to change the port, I think we need to kind of remove the full board. Yep, and that is going to take a while. But first, we need to make sure that the charging port is the same as this one. So in order to do that, we need to lift the hinge and have a look. But first, safety. Pop off the battery. Good. Now we can play inside without any problem. What I see here, this is the screen cable. Okay, which goes right here. Okay, screen cable. Okay, there's another cable attached to. Maybe touchscreen. Okay, so the screen cable is out. Let's undo the screws. We need to change the tip. And then we will compare both charging ports. If we have the green light, then we remove fully the motherboard and replace the connector. Great. Up until now, let's lift the hinge. So in order to do that, I need to kind of do this. And let me bring the microscope. Okay, microscope. Okay, there is a way for me to replace from here. I don't think so, because to be honest, I would like to kind of skip removing fully the board because it's going to take a lot of time. Okay, let me also switch for you to the microscope. So this is the charging port we have here on the motherboard. All right, a little bit darkish. All right, and let's have a check on this one. Do you think it's the same or is the same? I think it's the same. DL200, CD230. What do you think? We have a winner or what? But to be honest with you, I think we can replace this charging port from here. Straight from here. I will try not to remove the motherboard. It will take too long. So this is the plus actually. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. For this, I have like a very special trick. This goes from the top. Perfect. Okay, let's do it, guys. Switch to, for the moment, to top camera. I need to kind of turn the laptop like this. Have it right here. All right. So, as I just said, I have a trick. My trick is let me grab it. My trick is this one. This is low melt solder. I think it's 138 lead-free solder wire. Of course, yet again, we have from Mechanic brand. So what this is going to do is going to lower a lot the melting temperature of the lead-free solder which is on the motherboard. So that means we can use the solder iron and slowly remove the connector itself. It's great that the charging port is mounted from the top and not from the bottom, so there is no need for us to remove the motherboard. I was thinking that I had to remove everything from here, but it's not necessary this time. So we are in luck today. Yeah, I will use Chip Quick SMD 291 flux. I'm almost at the end of it. I have a new syringe and also a new type of flux. We'd like to review it in the next weeks. I will compare the two, but yeah, stay tuned for the video. Okay, enough with the talks. Let me turn on my solder iron. Okay. I don't need this for the moment. I'll just put it aside. Okay, so we don't care if we damage the connector. We really don't care. Anyway, it's completely broken, so we can go rough on it. Okay. So the iron temperature, okay, is about the correct one. So I will use a slow melt solder to drop the melting temperature. Let's see. Okay. On the other side too. I will use a lot. And here, the way I will do it, I will just maybe use my left hand. Hopefully it's not shaky. Of course. Nope. I don't like it. Let me use flux. I will just melt here. What do you think? Can we melt some solder there? There's some data lines. I think this is for the charging ID pin, so we need to pay attention to that. Okay, so I will try first not to use the hot air. I will just try to melt the solder and pull up the connector. Let's see. As you can see, I can already pull it. On this side? Nope. That's one too. Nope. Okay. I will let it cool. You know what? I want to go rough on this one. I'm not left-handed. I need to remove a little bit of plastic here. Okay, to expose the pins. Yeah. Okay, maybe I will do it better. Oh no. Yeah. What happened here? Sorry guys, I completely forgot. Okay. Now I think it's better. So I just I just added here some low met solder, and here too, and I lift a little bit the connector itself, and now I'm exposing here the two pins to add some low met solder on this area, and then safely remove the connector. Okay. A lot of plastic. We need to dig in a little bit. Okay, I think it's enough. Okay, flux. Our friend flux. I don't know if you're using flux, but I'm using all the time. I cannot work without flux. Left hand. Let's see, can I do it or can I do it? Okay, that's great. A lot of solder. Okay. Now, let's try to lift this side too. We can do it. Okay, I will hold it in place. Yeah, let's see this side too. Okay. I might use the hot air, but I don't want to melt something here, so I will just use a little bit some brute force, and that's it. Okay, here is almost lifted. Here too. For sure, we need to clean here everything. Hey, what do you know? The connector is out. Okay. Great. Okay, we will clean here. For this, I just need a lot of flux. Great. As you can see, I can easily remove the solder from the holes. Yeah, this is plus. Okay, good. here, we touch a little bit the ground, no problem. Here, out, here, out, you see, just like a breeze. Perfect. Let's clean. Okay, I need my PA. Nice. Good. Okay, for the moment, let's wipe a little bit and dry. Let's wipe a little underneath. Okay. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, let me check something. We don't need the solder wire, the low melt solder wire anymore, at least for the moment. Okay. Let me have a look here. How the board is looking underneath. Perfect. Great. Good. All right. Let's continue. Okay, this is the broken charging port and the new one is right there. Okay, that's great. So my microscope camera, it's turning in the socket. That's not nice. Okay, let's wipe a little bit the area. Good. Let's check the new charging port. Is this one? Great. Let's see. Huh. What do you think? So in order to solder these two here, I need to do what? I need to change the soldering iron tip to reach that area. So there should not be any short in between, I believe. Yeah, before installing, yeah, let me plug the charger. All right. All right, it clicks. Okay, so that's great. It clicks. Great, good. I'm supposed to do that at the beginning and not now. But yeah, better later than never. Okay, let's solder back the connector. Of course, we are using flux always. And then now we are going to use let the solder 180 or 200 degrees. I don't know. Okay. Okay, should stay in place. And here too. Okay. Okay, more in the center for you. Okay, that's great. We are adding a good amount of solder. Okay, I think this is great. Good. Perfect. Okay, let me change the soldering iron tip. Okay, top camera. So I will need to swap this. With a smaller one. Okay, let me put this solder iron tip, as it's very hot, somewhere safe. And for the other one, I will just use the long curved one. I mean, not curved, but angled. This one. Okay. I have enough heat, so it's okay. Great. And what I will do, I will just put the laptop at a certain angle so we can have a look. Maybe if I flip it as I'm right-handed, like this, to reach the two pins there. What do I think? So I will use this as a flux. Let me take everything that I have and that I need right now. Okay, it's staying. That's great. Let me bring the microscope into the area. All right, my swivel arm is long enough. It's long enough. Good. Let me switch back to microscope. All right, so you can see also. All right, let me put this kind of in the middle of the screen. Perfect. Okay, guys. Now I would say the most trickiest part is to solder these two pins. And this is the way you do this quickly and without removing the motherboard, because yeah, it's too long for a charging port connector to stay too much anyway. For me, it's like already 40 minutes, so that's That's already a lot. Okay, let's try to transfer the heat to the pin side. Can we do it? Yes or nay? Of course, I don't have enough heat. Of course, I don't have enough heat here. Okay, maybe now I have. Okay. I think there we just did it. And here, the angle is so weird. Nope. I don't have a good angle here. And it seems like I cannot transfer the heat right there. So I need a bigger tip. No problem. Let me change the tip with a bigger one and a straight one. Okay. And I will use this one. This one should do the trick. Okay. Okay, let's add a little bit more flux. Great. And as you can see, my tip is bigger. So I will hold it here for a couple of seconds just to be sure that... Okay, so the heat went through. I can see the way the solder was melted. So I think we are done. Okay, let's do like a small quick check. Amps mode, yes, I do have on screen. So ground, this is ground. Kiloohms, that's great. And the other one, kiloohms reading. And this is gram, of course. 1 ohm, perfect. Here we have what? Kiloohms resistance. And I think we are just good to go. I think our job is just at the end. Top camera. Alright, there are a lot of stuff to be removed. Can we clean on the microscope? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a proper job here and a clean one. Okay, let me... Okay, zoom out. Microscope. Okay, and for you too, to see. What I need is my toothbrush IPA. I need to. I always forget to refill that bottle of IPA. And let's clean. Great. Nice and clean. Good. Let me put on the cap. Yeah, let's dry a little bit with the hot air. It's faster. Great. And top camera. Good. What we can do. Do I have? I think I have it here. Okay, so it clicked. Let's see. Can we connect the battery? Of course. All right, my camera just moved. Let me bring it into the correct position. All right, let's plug. All right. Is going to charge or not? For the moment, it's not pulling any current due to the battery is dead, or there's any light, charging light? Nope, not really. I have 10 milliamps there. Let me use the original charger. Okay, original charger. Okay. Nope, I cannot see the laptop charging. Do you think the battery is like dead? Yeah, let's see. What is this voltage here? One volt. What is that 1 volt? This ain't good. Okay. So the battery is completely dead. Okay, so Let me put back the hinge. Let me unplug the battery first. Screws. We might need to help the battery or to charge the try to charge the battery first, because it doesn't seem like it's charging. I'm curious if it's powering on, so that's what we are going to do. I'm not used to have the laptop like this. I'm used to have the laptop like that. It was like this. Yep, if I remember right. Okay. Yes, we have two cables indeed. What we can do, maybe first connect and then route the wires. Okay. Good. Let's put the cables like this. Great. All right. So let's measure again. 1 volt. This is like completely dead battery. Okay, let's measure again. We should have it minus in the front. We are in volts mode? Yes, we are. What is this reading? I'm curious if the laptop is powering on. With the, yeah, let's try the original charger. Okay, we plugged. And nope. It's not powering on. And this is not good. Do we have an like a USB-C? Maybe. Yeah, we'll check the voltage quickly. Yeah, we have the Thunderbolt. Okay, let's see. We have the Thunderbolt. I just hooked the battery. Okay. $20 volts. And that's it. So the PD controller is working, but it's not pulling any current. Okay, here. The same. Okay. The thing is that the laptop is not powering on. Nope. I cannot power this on. We are in volts mode. What is the power here? We have 12 volts. Okay. So it's like, seems like it's charging. And without? Okay, so it's going low. Yeah, I think we need to charge the battery first. So the battery is 15 should be 16 then here. I have 12 volts. Should we help a little bit? Let's try with 12 volts maybe. My wires, they're just tangled here. Great. Okay. So we have 12 there. Okay, so we should add too much. Let's put the current limit of 2 amps only. $12 here. Nope. So it's clicking. Why? We're in volts mode. Oh, so we have 14 now. Okay. But still I cannot see the LEDs on here that they're charging. That's weird. Why? Nope. The laptop is not responding to power on. Okay, we have some caps here. Let's check. We have the main power rail somewhere. So ground should be, yeah, like this. Zero. So the main power relay is not present. What? One volt. What is that? 1 volt. Yeah. I think this should be the main power rail. 2 volts. The main power rail is shorted. Ground. Nope. Yeah, let me plug. Right here, okay. Let's see, we have the main power rail present. We are in the ohms mode. $20 volts. So the main power rail is present. The charging port is repaired. So we have the 20 volts on the main board. The issue is it's not powering on. So as you can see here, we have after the current sensor, we have 20 volts. If we check here, nothing. On the other side, okay, that's weird. So we have 20 volts there. On the battery, so I think this is 0. What we have here, 1 volt. This looks like a back and boost circuit here. We have a coil and 1, 2, 3, 4 MOSFETs here. It's kind of weird what's going on here. Nope, we don't have. I think this should be the 3.3. This should be the 5 volts line. Nope. We don't have the 3.3. I'm getting a good ground. Let me check again. Alrighty, yes, okay. Nope. Minus 18. Why minus 18? Why do we have minus here? Should be plus. And my probes are connected correctly. What? My multimeter went to loco. So, can we confirm again? We have the 20 volts present? Yes, we do. We do have the 20 volts on the motherboard, so the charging port is working. But there is an issue with the motherboard, so the client didn't say anything about this. So, good that we record this on video. Okay. On the coils, nah, there's something wrong with the motherboard. Should be an easy, breezy job, but no. There's something else. The SSD was removed, or not. That's the second one. The first one is right here. Okay, we don't care about the SSD. It's not our concern. The concern is that it's not working and it's not charging. You know what? Let's check the coils for short. Here. We have what? Why is bouncing? Do I have a good ground? Low resistance. For a 5-volt line, I think it's too low. Here we have a kiloohms resistance. That's great. Here we have mega ohms. Okay. And that's about it. Any other coil? You see, here's the main power rail. The current sensor, as you can see, 5 mega ohms. So there is no short. The power is getting on the motherboard, the 20 volts, as it should. So I think we need to inform the client that there is an issue with his laptop. It's not only the charging port. Yeah, I'm always forgetting to change. And we don't have any reading. Battery is kind of dead. Alrighty then. Yeah. I forgot my solder iron on. Now I can switch it off. Okay. Now I'm starting to scratch my head. What happened here? Nope. Nope. Yeah, it's not turning on the laptop. Okay, I think I will pause here and I will inform the client, because this info I didn't have it when I took the laptop for repair. So yeah, I'll be back with this one. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, so we are back with this Asus Vivobook Pro 15-inch. So I have some interesting news from the client itself. So if I'm reading his words, lately he noticed while the laptop was still working and he was plugging the charger, the laptop itself will go on battery while charging. Very interesting. And then if he was unplugging the battery and then plugging back the battery and plugging the charging port, it will go back to plugged and charging. And this issue was happening more and more and often, and then all of a sudden the laptop stopped working. So this is an important clue in our repair attempt that we will try to do tonight. So yeah, long story short, we replaced the charging port, and we noticed that the laptop is not coming on and is not charging the battery at all. The 20 volts are present on the motherboard itself. The charging port was correctly replaced, and still the laptop doesn't turn on. The main power line is not shorted, and we checked the coils, so everything seems okay-ish. We tested out the USB-C port, and then we have the 20 volts. And yeah, let's try tonight to figure what's going on with this laptop, and maybe we will repair. So let's go back a little bit. So I will just take my jack adapter and let me hook it to my bench power supply. And then, as you can see here, we have 10 milliamps, and that's it. All right, looks normal. If I'm plugging the battery, as the laptop reads off, should charge, right? Wrong, it's not charging. Again, we have the 10 milliamps on the first power supply. All right, so let's start from there. I will take my multimeter and let's check again, and then some voltages, and then we'll move as fast as possible with the diagnostic and the repair attempt. So this is an input jack here, 20 volts, and what I notice here, this is like a current sensor, as we checked last time. And then let me switch to, yeah, to be a little bit faster, my multimeter. We have 19.5. okay, all right, 19.5, everything just normal. What I would like to do with you is to go under the microscope, as here I can see the PD controller. All right, let me bring my microscope. Switch to microscope. All right, let me move. So here is our PD controller. Okay, great. So as you can see, this is the PD controller and this is the output. You have the two transistors, and then the plus, the main power from the from the USB-C is going right here. Okay, so if we measure here, okay, but we have nothing because of course the USB-C is not on. Okay, good. I would like to switch to the battery connector and the back and boost. So here, okay, let me grab the minus from where? The ground. There's a ground nearby. Yes, here. So as you can see here, we have, this is the input. So let me punch here. We have the 19 volts. Okay, so the power is getting to the back and boost. Here we have the intercell chip on the right side here. So these are the input MOSFETs, these are the output MOSFETs. So here we have what? We have nothing. As you can see, the two MOSFETs are not driven by the charging IC. This is the compact MOSFET, okay, and the output, we have 13 volts, which is the battery voltage, okay. So the battery, it's almost on empty, it's very low, okay. And this is the output. So we have an intercell chip. There is no BQ chip on this one. Let me try to focus for you. Nope. Zoom the other way around. Even worse. Sorry for my shaky setup. Yeah, I need to install my my polarized ring light. So we have an intercell 9241H. Okay, so this is the charging IC. All right. Okay, great, beautiful. So this is the charging IC. Let me, okay, can I great, the image is clear for you too. So let's check if the 19 volts are present here. So at the input, so we have 100 ohms resistors and then a protection diode, and then as you can see, we do have the 20 volts, the 90 volts, which are reaching, and here we have some test points. I just checked a little bit the schematic, the data sheet of this. So I tested out, I buzzed a little bit of things, seems okay. So I will not lose any more time with this. So it seems like the intercell chip doesn't turn on this charging and main power rail circuit, because the intercell chip is going to lower the voltage here to like 13 volts or 14 volts. The main power rail of the laptop is not 19 volts, it's around 13, 14, 15 volts, I don't know, we'll see. If we replace the intercell chip, if we have power here. So what we need to do is to make this area, this circuit here, working, which for the moment is not working at all. We have the input but no output. So I buzz here the resistance, you remember yesterday, so everything is just fine, no short. And of course we don't have the 5 volts and the 3.3, which is necessary to power on the laptop. So here should be 3.3 volts, so we have nothing. And then this coil should be 5 volts, and it's, as you can see, nothing. So the main power rail of the laptop is not present. The main voltage of the motherboard is present, the 20 volts 19.5, but the main power rail for the motherboard to work is not present. So I think we should start there. Yeah, if I remember right, we did checked with the USB-C meter, and it was showing something like I don't know, 20 volts and something, and it was not charging. But yeah, where is my USB-C meter? It's right here. Let me take off the camera, microscope I mean. Okay, so it doesn't matter. 5 volts, yeah, it's switching off, and then we have the 20 volts, and we have 34 milliamps. So this is nothing here. All right. So what I will do now, I will go exactly on the PD controller because I'm curious something. Okay, let me also switch to microscope. I will try my best not to forget. Come on, my camera is always twisting. I think my cables are too tight here. So we are on top of the PD controller, so we have the output, and then yeah, we can check. Yeah, let's see which MOSFET is activated. We have the 20 volts. You see, so this USB-C is related to this MOSFET here, to this output. On this one, we should not have. No, we have on both sides. Really? Okay. Nothing. So it seems like it's also, this is the gate. I think this is the gate voltage here. As you can see, 28 volts. So the voltage is correct. So this is the gate voltage to open the MOSFET in order for the 20 volts to flow and enter the main power rail. All right. Let's see the other USB-C port. All right, and now this one should be off. The gate, as you can see, is off. Let's check the gate here. We have 20 volts. I'm measuring the correct. And this we have only 20 volts, and this is not good. Should be 25. So, all right. So on this one, we have only 2.2 volts. You see? So this is already an issue here. Because on this MOSFET is working, we have the gate voltage, the correct gate voltage, and we have 20 volts for the gate, and then we have the 20 volts out, and then here we have only 20 volts on the gate, and then only 2.2 volts at the output, and it's already an issue here. So this MOSFET is going to heat up and maybe fall from here, because it's going to heat up. It's going to be like a big resistor here. Great. All right, so only one USB-C, it will work the way I see. Okay, good. Anyway, we are not here to repair the USB-C ports, the Thunderbolt port. We are here to make this laptop working, or at least to try to make it working. So let's go back to our main task, trying to fix this laptop. As there are not any shorts, as you saw, if I buzz the coils, if you remember, everything is just fine. No shorted coil, no nothing. No burn, no liquid damage, nothing. So the client said that while plugged, the laptop itself will go in battery mode. So something is related to the charging, and when it's hooking and unhooking the battery is going to go back on connected and charging. So I presume, because this intercell chip will create the main power rail, is going to take care of the charging. I think there is an issue with this one. So there is a way to confirm that. I think, yeah, but to be sure, I need to do something. So let's hook the laptop to my bench power supply. So we have the 19.2 volts there. Yeah, there is no need to hook out the battery, or at least not now. So we have the 10 milliamps. Beautiful. What I will do, I will take my InfiRay camera, and I would like to scan a little bit the laptop, because something, as you saw, is pulling the 10 milliamps, but yeah, it's very low. The current is very low. So yeah, let's see. Okay. I will have a look myself, but yeah, maybe I can already show you. So this area, hopefully we don't have a lot of reflections. Can I put the laptop a little bit like this maybe? Okay, maybe it's easier for you to see. Okay, so here we have the input. Yeah, nothing is hot. Okay. Okay, this is the fan. So something is getting hot here. So what is this? 28 degrees C. So it's not getting hot. It's slightly warm, as you can see. You see that tiny red? It's near, or if not, the intercell chip itself. Okay, yeah, let me put the micro lens. So here we have the battery connector, and here we have what? Here we have the intercell chip. You see? So I think our intercell chip is kind of toast. You know why? Look, maybe I can try to kind of... Nope. Can I change the palette? Okay, I think maybe now it's more visible. Can you see the chip? It's heating up at the corner, in a corner, at the right side. Not the corner, but the right side of the chip. This is not good. If the chip was working as it should have like the thermal pattern should be even. But no, this chip is hitting sideways, just a little bit on the side, and this is not a good sign. Look, the heat spot is not visible to the camera, but at least on my phone screen is more visible, the red spot. Okay, I was on rainbow mode. Look, the chip itself and the red dot is on the right side of the chip. So I think the 10 milliamps are coming from here. All right. So what we can do is to, cross the fingers, of course, do a prayer, of course, and swap the chip itself. I think I have this chip in stock, but yeah, let me check. Where is my box? All right. So as you can see, if I remember right, it was in my last procurement that I bought this one. We have the BQ chip. I have the BQ chip, as you can see. I have the BQ chip. Battery charger. Okay, this is another BQ chip. I have the Scotch diodes. All right, I bought some components that I use very often. Over voltage protection. So this is my last procurement. This is the top one, the most top ones. What is this? I see battery charging ISL 9241. Guess what? I have the chip. Hopefully it's the same. Hopefully it's the same footprint. Okay, let me put this back here. All right. Okay, let's see. If we replace the chip, maybe we'll solve this problem, and we are going to revive the laptop. Also, I bought only three. I think they were kind of expensive, around 10 euros or something. Yeah, let me go on the microscope. Let's check before we do any work on the laptop itself. I don't want to remove the chip and then realize that it is another footprint and it was not going to fit. It's more. I had this before, so I'm talking from experience. Okay, so this is our Intersil chip. Yeah. Always I'm forgetting to switch the microscope. All right. So Intersil chip. It's kind of faded. 9241H and 9242H. But we have a winner. So that means we can go ahead and replace this chip and hope for the best. Okay, for that I would like to prep a little bit the chip, as it's new and what? Yeah, for the chip to better adhere, to have like a good solder joint. Okay, let's put this here. All right, we put the chip, microscope. Yeah, I will move the. All right. Is like that? Yeah. But almost. Nice. Okay, so let's prep this chip. Let me turn on my soldering iron. I just moved the camera. Yeah, I need to change my setup a little bit here because I have enough with these cameras. Maybe I will need to upgrade my setup, or at least some of the things that I have here. Yeah, our beloved flux. But I think I need to change the tip. Yeah, this one is too big. Yeah, wait a little bit. I need to quickly swap the tip. Come on. Go down. So for this one, I might need to use, yeah, something sharp. Like this. Great. Okay, it's heating up. Great. Solder. But I think this one is big too. Okay. 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 All right. Let's hold the chip in place. Okay. The ground. Perfect. So our chip is ready. I will just move this aside. I think I will not remove the motherboard. I will just do the swap on the laptop. What we need to do is to protect a little bit of things here. So we have the charging port, which is plastic, ABS. Anyway, it's going to melt. We need to heat this baby up to 480 or 500 degrees. So for that, we might need to protect some things here. Okay. Yeah, so the client was honest, and he told me about the issue, about the laptop. So I do appreciate this. But anyway, it was clearly something very fishy with the laptop from the beginning, when we had replaced, and then all of a sudden it's not powering on. 20 volts on the line, on the motherboard, but yeah, the main power rail after the back and boost converter was not present. So yeah. Okay, so this is our setup. Good enough? What do you think? Yeah, let's start by removing the intercell chip. Okay, let me go low. as I want to have like a very close look to control everything here. So the pin number 1 is on the top left microscope. For you is going to be clear like this. Great. Let me switch on the hot air, and then I need like a good tweezer, because I have a bunch of them which are kind of at the end of their life. So yeah, the air should be very low, 60. Okay, what we need, of course, we need flux. That's a good amount of flux. What do you think? Yeah, I was doing with the left. I'm not left-handed. The chip is out. Okay. I will thin a little bit with some fresh solder, leaded solder, just to lower the temperature and to have the chip solder quicker this time. I think I need to change the tip again, because it's the ground there, so it's not going to do anything. I need a bigger tip for this. For this job. Okay, so I just need to swap the tips. And for this one, I will bring... Which one? This one? Nope. Maybe. This is big enough to transfer the heat on the ground plane. Okay, I changed the tip. Did we apply flux? Yes, we did. Let's go back on the microscope. Yeah, as I told you, the ground is going to kill my my heat. Great. Wick. Okay. try to remove as much as possible. I know you consider this a waste of time, but I don't want to use more heat after, because it's a new chip and I want to protect the chip. And as the motherboard is on the laptop, yeah, we need to pay a little bit of attention. So great. Okay, nice. So what we need to do now, I will not clean. It's just flux and it's not burnt. The flux is still okay. I will add more flux. And I think I need to change the tip again. So top camera, let me change the tip. Smoking. All right. And now we need the tip which is way sharper, like this one. Yeah, I have like a Weller, a very old Weller PU81 soldering station. I saw some nice soldering stations on AliExpress. That gives me already an idea, you know what I mean? Okay, first let's go back on the microscope. And for this one, I would like to zoom more. Yeah, for you it's kind of darkish. For me, I have more light here. Okay, I will just thin the pins, I mean the pads. Okay, this one, bridge. We need to clean the tip very often, as the pads, they're very close to each other. Bridge. Great. I still have the shaky hands due to the fact I'm nervous when someone is watching my work. I know it's not like a live stream, but still. And for the ground, yeah, just a little bit. I know that my tip is too small to transfer the amount of heat. So all the pads are thinned. So I know the chip is going to get soldered very quickly here. Perfect. Okay, guys. Now, top camera. Let's bring in the new chip. It's already glued in place. Okay, I need to clean this after. Yeah, I will just place it here and then go to the microscope. Let me take another tweezer. Yeah, that's the one. And the pin of retention, as you can see, is already here. That's the pin number 1, as we have the dot right there. And the chip should go like this. All right. Maybe we can zoom out a little bit to have like a bigger view of the thing, and then we can zoom in back once the chip is in place. Where do you think? I think, yeah, like this. For you it's okay like that. Great. All right, let's put the chip. Let's put the chip back. All right. So the chip is going in his position, and very soon, yeah, it's dancing. All right. I will just push the chip slightly down. He moved. I don't like it. Okay. I think I will leave it like that. Okay, let's remove the excess. As you saw, the soldering of the chip was quicker. I need to solder on the tip. Okay, top. And the left. All right, let's clean. Good amount of IPA. Let's see the solder joints, and then we cross our fingers. Hopefully the solder joints are okay. We have our brand new chip here. Yeah. Using earbuds is not a lint-free procedure to clean motherboard, so lint-free wipes or nano sponges, I think, is the best way. By the way, I need to review the nano sponges that I bought on AliExpress, so stick around. We might do that in one day when we have time, of course. So I think we are okay. What is this here? Okay, now it's clean. Let me use my toothbrush just to go on all corners. This is my how is called that ultrasonic hand cleaner, should we call this. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the board is pretty cool. Out of the way. All right, let me remove here only one side because I want to see if it's charging or whatever it's doing. Let need another Q-tip because here there is a lot of mixed of IPA and flux. Good. Perfect. Let's hook the battery. Now, guys, this is the moment. Where is my what? My bench power supply. Okay. So we see smoke. Whoa, one. Already 1 amp. And went dead. Something is pulling 20 milliamps now. Okay. That's weird. So something was put, I should have the thermal camera on. Hey, look at the current. Look at the current. What was that? It went up. And we have light, guys. What do you think? We have light. That means the laptop is fixed. No, it's not hot. I'm curious about the charging current. Charging current. Where is my probe? We are in voltage mode. Indeed, yes, we do. So now it's blinking. Okay, I don't care. So this is the 5 volts, as I said. For the 5 volts line, guys, go. This should be the 3.3. 3.3. Okay, now these two main voltages are on. So these are present. I'm curious on the battery side. There is any voltage on the battery connector? But it's almost nothing. All right. Here, the input, 19 volts. Beautiful. So where's the one? There was one coil here. 1.2. This is the RAM. And then I was having this is off. So okay. So 20 milliamps, and this one is blinking. Great. I'm curious if the laptop is powering on. The hinges are very flimsy, to be honest with you. Whoa, what do you think? 2 amps. Asus logo. Hey, we revive a dead laptop. An expensive one. That's great. So let's see. The Windows is loading, or... But yeah, I don't think you heard, but when first I plugged the charger, and then we had that raise of the current and then dropped to 20 milliamps, something was buzzing on the board. So I'm curious, what was that? So I think we have like what is off? Yeah, it's off. All right. I don't think I have enough current. All right, no problem, no problem. I have the original charger with me. That's good. Let's see. Hopefully it's not going to do the same on the original charger. Okay. I think I do still need to check my soldering because something, yeah. I'm not 100% convinced, but we will see if my soldering was okay or not. So this is the original charger. We have keyboard backlit and the Windows is loading. What do you think? So yeah, I think my power supply is not that great. I have a very old linear power supply. So hey, we have the Windows sound and the laptop is on. Of course, here we have what? Battery is not, I think, is not present. Yeah, on battery there is nothing. There is nothing. All right. What I will do, I will just unplug. Okay. And let's see. Do we have a faulty battery? Because if I remember right, we had the 13 volts on the battery. All right. Anyway, we cannot see if it's charging or not with this. We have these lights, guys. So I think the laptop is charging. To confirm that, yes, we can prove if it's charging or not. Let me remove this for the moment. And let's see the battery voltage. Volt mode. Oh, it's on. The laptop is on. The fan is spinning. $16. So, as you can see, the battery is charging. So the voltage is rising. 16.44, 45. So the charging circuit is working. The intercell chip is working. Let's check the main power rail. So as I told you, the main the input voltage is 20 volts with the original charger 20.3, and the power rail of this laptop, the main power rail, it's 16.5 volts. Keep in mind this. So after the back and boost converter, you need to have 16.5, I said? Yeah. 16.5, indeed. Oh. This coil is getting very hot. This is the charging coil, actually. No, this is the main, yeah, 60.7, yeah. This is the main main power supply, the main power line. Great. So guys, I think we fixed the laptop. So we bring back to life a dead laptop. So what was you know, a simple charging port replacement went to the another direction, of motherboard repair actually. Okay, 16.5. All right. Let's see. Just look the solution again. Enter the clicks, more recovery options. But okay, I don't care about this. Would like to switch off. Okay, we switch off the laptop. We still have the orange light right here, so that means the laptop is charging, and the white light, white LED is for powering on. Okay, let's power on. We have the white light. Okay, Asus. So yeah, indeed, my power supply is pretty, I will not say useless, but when you need to power something like a gaming laptop, because this is a gaming laptop, has like 2200 watts power supply. So we have the charging sign. This is a Windows confirmation that the laptop is charging. Great. And we have the fan, which is spinning. We have the second fan. Wow, everything got hot. Great. So okay guys, the mouse is, I think it was working, right? Yeah, what I can say, I will leave this laptop to charge, do some checks just to be sure everything is okay with the Windows and you know, the keyboard itself. Yeah. All right. And yeah guys, well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please do like, subscribe and share. And yeah, let's see each other to our next video, where we hope we'll find and repair another laptop. Okay, thanks again, and talk to you soon. Bye.